Hello everyone, my name is Blood Spirit in the game. That's my character, if you will, that I play. I'm going to go ahead and do this little video here. I'm going to give you a general idea through some tutorials, the very beginning of Upland the game. The first thing that I will say is if you haven't started yet and if you haven't put any money in it yet, that there is a referral code, and I will put it in the descriptions down below. And with the referral code, you can get 50% more of your purchase. So one time, first time only, up to $100 purchase. Now I know some of you think that, wow, $100 to invest in a game right away, that's pretty. I'm not sure if I would necessarily call this a game. It's more of an investment. It's pretty intense with the way that they do it, so I'm just going to do a quick overview and do some tutorials. For basically on this overview here, this particular one, I'm just going to show you the basic icons throughout the game itself and what it means. So this here is my icon. It's zoomed far away. As you can see, this is the map of the United States. Right now, the only cities that are available are cities in the United States, and I think there's like maybe 16 at the most, 20, somewhere in that neighborhood. It may be as low as 14. I don't know exactly because I keep stumbling across this city. I've only played for a little under 2 weeks, okay? So let's talk about the in-game currency, which is UPX. There's 3 in-game currencies in this game. There's UPX, there's Spark, which is way down the road to talk about, and then there's US cash, USD. So you can actually purchase properties in this game. It's like a huge, gigantic game of Monopoly on steroids, but that's the best analogy I could come up with. But here's UPX. That is a real, legitimate cryptocurrency that is backing this game. And so that's what it's based upon. Okay, so here's some of the icons. We're going to go around the board and show you the importance of it. These two here are semi-important, but here's what you need to know to get started in this game. I strongly recommend, before investing, I strongly recommend that you watch these tutorials, get a general idea of what the game is about. So here's my profile. I'm worth 711,000 UPX. That's what I'm worth. It's equivalent to, in cash, it's equivalent to, well 100,000 UPX is worth $100. So basically I'm worth $711 real life cash available in this game. That's what my net worth is. So you can do the math on that and see how it works. So that's what my character's worth. UPX, this is how much I have in UPX that is spendable. It's 12,998 at this moment. This is how I can purchase more UPX up here. You can purchase that here, like I said. Before purchasing, get some ideas, because you'll quickly spend $100. This is a long-term game. This is an investment type game to where your properties will continue to gain value that you purchase. So in my mind, it is well worth doing the 100,000 UPX for spending the $100 on that one and getting the extra 50,000 for free. I'll put a referral code. You need to use a referral code in order to be able to do that, but it's only on your first purchase. I would not waste it on the $10 purchase to get 15. I would invest 100, and that's why I think you should study this before you decide if you want to jump in or out. To be completely honest with you, it's almost impossible to play for less than, you can. It's there. It's a very slow dragging game if you do, but it's almost impossible to play this game without investing at least $100. You're going to want to do that just to take advantage of some of the specials. A lot of people online are saying that that what you should do is you should buy in at this amount. I do not agree with that. I disagree. Matter of fact, the reason why is because you can get a special property, but I will do another video on properties and their property values. I think it's not worth it. I would not. As a matter of fact, we'll get into that later. So keep watching these tutorials. I'll get into that later. Let's get back on track. That's how you buy UPX. Like I said, this is what my properties have earned since the last time I've cashed in the properties. I'm just going to let that simmer a little bit and let that grow. It just feels like I could be wrong, but it just feels like it grows faster when you don't cash it out. So I wait for it to get to a certain amount before I do cash it out. This here is a information about up and coming events, things that are going to happen. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here that you can look at and read about what's happening in the future. This is a partnership with the NFL. This is what's really kind of kicked this game into hyper gear, is that they now have a partnership with the NFL. So not only do they have UpX backing it and Spark backing it, but the NFL has some involvement in it, and you can read in there if you want to. Here's one of the let's move over to this side on the bottom first. So this is like a little pawn here for chess game. That will bring you straight to when you click on it, it'll bring you up close and personal with your discovery token. There's certain things that have to happen within the discovery token, and I will get into properties and why the discovery token more important with properties and treasure hunts, which is just awesome and fun to do. But let's just talk about what this is. This is a discovery token, okay? This is your discovery trail, this little black line, and it as you can see, it does a little jig right here. It will go on its own path. You cannot control the path. Well, you can, but just very slightly. I will show you in a later video with the properties on how that, or the treasure hunts, and I'll show that as well. But it does its own thing. It moves its own direction. You cannot change the direction per se by controlling it. There's only one way that you can do that, and I'll show you later. Anything within this discovery path, discovery trail, is a very important thing, which I will also explain in a later video. But right now I just want to kind of get through the basics. So that will move all on its own. Just keep that in mind. Okay, so in here you're going to have your properties, what they're valued at. All your properties will be listed here, your net worth and all that. So these ones here are very important. This one here is an important tab, but I wouldn't focus on this right now. A lot of people say, well, you can get free UpX. That's what, yes, you can, but it ends up costing a little bit more. I think that what you should start with is getting yourself set up to be able to treasure hunt. And I will show you that in the section of the property purchasing thing. But this one here is pretty easy. If you have 3 properties in the city of anywhere in the Chicago city, you will get free UpX for that. You just got to click them on. But this is for the next tab. It's very important because I wish I would have learned this like a lot quicker. As you can see, there's things here like South Shore, Logan Square, where you have to have the 3 properties in there. Let me show you one of the mistakes I made, because it's this tab right here. When you click on, excuse me, not that tab, it's this tab, the top tab. You click on the top tab, right? And what it will do, let me click off it real quick and scroll out. What it will do is, here's your city, right? Inside your city, when you click on this tab, it shows you the lines. It shows you where things are, right? So you can look all over the city. You can see here's the outer skirts of the city. Nothing's for sale over here. You can't purchase anything over here. It shows you the whole outline, okay? But it also shows you the areas per se. So that Logan Square or whatever it was that was worth it, you could find it in here. There it is, Logan Square. So what I was doing is, because I didn't know about this, is I was assuming that I was purchasing something in Logan Square, and I really wasn't. So there's that. So the next step is you can click on this here, and it will tell you all the properties that another player is selling in that area, so you can see what they're purchasing it at. And so if I wanted to purchase something in Logan Square, what I can do is zero this in real close to Logan Square, search on this, and that property is going for 9,000 UpX. That property might be up here on that area up here. So what I would do is I would check the property here. Let's do this one, 2120 North Bingham Street. So I would go down here, 2120 North Bing, and it should bring it right up there, North Bingham Street. I would go to it. That will actually bring you to that property on the map, right? So when you type it in this way. So then you can take that and scroll out and see if it's actually in the area. And yes, it is. It's within the Logan Square area. So purchasing that property will allow you to get closer to the 3 that you need to be able to complete the Logan Square. Wouldn't focus on that early. I'm real serious about that. That is not something that I would, if I were to start all over, would play again. I would build a city similar to what I got right now because it makes treasure hunting very easily. So those are all of the things that you can have. I'll go in here and make sure that I covered everything here. Leaderboard, not that important. Treasure chest. You get a free treasure search until you find it every 3 hours. So basically these 3 here are an in-game treasure hunt, and once you find a treasure of one of these 3, it will start a timer that will end at 3 hours, and you can replay one for free again, and you can keep playing it until you find a treasure. Now what's the riot mode is there's going to be 45 people here playing, trying to find the same treasure. This one here, you get a free one every 24 hours. As soon as you play it, the 24 hours starts. So if I were to pay an extra 100 UPX to play this right now, as soon as I click that, 24 hours later, I'd get a free one. So if you play this all day long, you're never going to get a free one. So just keep that in mind. At least that's from my experiences. But treasure hunt is one of the funnest things that you can do in this game. Anything else that I need to... Oh, I wanted to show you the property. So if you scroll out deep in Chicago, everything that's on the screen is going to show you the property. Okay, it's going to take a little bit, the more area that you have, obviously. So as this pops up, you can get, oh, that's right, this guy is actually in jail. That's something I need to cover. So the rules are very, very strict. Okay, you get 1 account per person, 1. That's it. And they have multiple ways that they can catch you when you cheat. Now this one here, this guy here, if you click on his profile, you can see that's J. That means he's in jail. He's a director. He's 962,000. He had a lot of properties and a lot of valuable properties, had a lot of collections. He did very well, but he did something that landed him in jail. Now he's been in jail for a while. When he's in Alcatraz. I can take you to Alcatraz real quick and show you that. But he's lost his account likely. So everything he's invested because he did something that they deemed as cheating. I'm not saying that he did or not. I don't know. I have no idea who this guy is. But because he did something they felt was cheating, they put him in jail, and he could lose his account. He can lose all this investment that he's made. He can do everything. So there are some very strict rules that you have to follow. One of them, you're allowed 1 account. Don't try to play with this. Whatever you do, don't try to play with this. If you started up the game and haven't spent any money yet, and you haven't used a referral code, I would delete that account and then use a referral code, and I will put it in the descriptions of the referral code that I can give to you so that you can get 50% off, more on your first purchase. But don't break the rules. 1 account. Now if you have a friend that you're playing this game with, do not let that friend play that game on your computer. It's going to look like there's a couple separate accounts. Now if that's a legitimate 2 different people, you'll probably get out of jail, but it's going to be a headache to be able to prove your point, or to prove your case. So, but this thing here works as far as if just Chicago there, I did the whole city of Chicago, but if I scroll out and do the whole United States, I can click on this and it will show me every value of property. I wish I knew this because I just went through and started buying property. bought property for like 15,000 upicks and stuff, and here's that guy again. I'll take you to Alcatraz before I end this game. But you can look, like right now, Nashville, Tennessee. Wow, that is some good pricing in Nashville. Nashville is one of the more expensive places that I've discovered. But this here is real life money. If you want to purchase this piece of property, the only thing you can purchase it for is real life money, and that money will go to the player that owns that property. But if I scroll down here, you can eventually find upicks. I'll scroll down until I find some. Wow, a lot of people are cashing out. That's insane, because this game is just getting more and more and more valuable. It's shocking that people are cashing out. But I will tell you, when I first started playing a few weeks ago, these property values were about $3.25, somewhere in that neighborhood, and now they've jumped up to $4.75 as the cheapest. I'm surprised there's a lot of Nashville in here. People are trying to, I guess they just want to get their money back and live off house money, which if that's what you want to do, you can do that. And I think it's going to slow your game down a little bit, but you can certainly do that. Man, let me scroll down really quick here and get to something that shows upicks. I wish that they put a divider up here so that you can look at the property that's upicks. You can push one of the buttons up here or something to where you can look at upicks price. There's one right there, 5133 upick size in Chicago. See, it will show the whole match. We've seen Nashville, we've seen Chicago. Let me show another little city here that we have. Not that Chicago's a little city, just the way I talk, I guess. Mostly, man, Chicago is going. I wonder if people are trying to move out of Chicago, move to a different city. There is a lot of Chicago for sale, and they're a really good price. 5,200 upicks. Wow. And that's where I'm playing right now, so that might be interesting to me to purchase some property at a good price right now. But mostly Chicago, so I'm not even going to try to find any more, because it is what it is. But Alcatraz. Let's go to Alcatraz, and I can show you all the people in Alcatraz that are. You hold the left button down, and it will grab that area, and Alcatraz is right there. There it is, Alcatraz Island, and look at all the people in jail here. Once you get up close, they're there. Get up a little closer. You can see all the people at different levels, and there is a ton of people in jail here. There's a brand new person just got put in. They're trying to figure out. They basically have put a hold on his game for just a second. They're trying to do some data to figure out if he belongs in jail or not. But they pretty much put a hold on his game. That's a brand new guy in Alcatraz. So there's where the jail is, and you come in here, and every layer it will show you new people that are in there in this place. There's another one. See if I can find him again. He's getting his trial right now. So don't break the rules. You can lose your ability to play the game. My name is Blood Spirit. I'm going to do a few more videos to kind of teach the ins and outs of the early part of the game, and teach you some of the struggles that I've been through. Thank you for tuning into my channel. I appreciate you.